Hey there, man. First of all, I want to thank you for accepting me in your program. I wasn't sure since the last ones that I saw in your topic were from 2012. Also, before I say anything, I just wanted to make a video so it's more personal. In case you don't understand me, please let me know so I can write it better than talking. So the first thing you asked me was to show you an idea or something that I wanted to show and work on it. Well, I have several ideas. The problem is I still have that beginner mistake where I don't finish my songs because I get demotivated from what's happening. But one thing that it occurred to me some days ago was that I looked up the old GMC topics, and there's one from 2009, something like that, that I'm gonna show you the link. That was one of my first song ideas that I posted on the GMC forum before I even knew how to record, before I knew how to play drums, etc. So I'm gonna show you that topic, and the thing that I wanted to do is to work on that song because I really want to pick up all my old ideas at least that I have recorded and try to finish them. And once you see that those first examples, they are short, I'm going to show you the one I've been working on, at least some bits. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear, but in case you can't hear properly, just let me know and I'll just get a bounce recording version. So just give me a second. Okay. So I'm just gonna jump a bit ahead so you don't have to listen to the full song yet, and just show you one of my favorite riffs. It's actually pretty old and it's pretty simple, but it's the chorus version of the song. Okay, so also about equipment. As you can see, I have been building my equipment for quite some time now. I have monitor speakers, I have a laptop, I also have a MacBook which I use on my mini studio, which isn't built yet. I have this extra monitor from some time ago, and I'm just doing one of those double screen takes where I can look at the stuff that I want, and then I have my project open. I have an Axe FX2, which is my greatest possession, kind of like the Ring and Lord of the Rings for me. And yeah, I have all the equipment to record, and that's why I want to force myself to study even better. As for guitars, I have lots of guitars, but the main one I use is this Schecter Hi-Fi 7 string, and I also have a bass guitar, a 5-string Ibanez bass guitar, and I have Yamaha DTX Explorer drums, electric drums. So in terms of equipment, there's no problem there. The software I use, I kinda tried everything because I was hearing some people, oh, this works for me, so it might work for me. I remember the first time I went to GMC, everybody was working with Cubase, so I said, okay, I'm gonna try Cubase, and learned a bit of Cubase, and that's how I recorded my previous tracks. Then a guy, I don't quite remember his name, it was the young creator, I think that's his nickname on GMC. He was using Reaper, so I decided, oh, I'm going to try Reaper as well. And then Gabriel, the party, was using Nuendo, and he said it was closer to Cubase, so I jumped to Nuendo. And when I had to go to London to study, I started using Logic Pro. So I'm a bit familiar with any type of software, but the one I'm using right now is Cubase again. It's just the best formula for me, and it's the one I'm currently satisfied with. In terms of equipment, I have Superior Drummer. I've used Addictive Drums before when I was working with David Wallyman, and I also have, let me check, not this, Omnisphere. Yeah, I have Omnisphere, but I haven't quite actually used the Omnisphere much because, yeah, I forgot, I also have two keyboards. I have one MIDI keyboard and then I have one Roland GW6 for arrangements. And the reason I haven't used Omnisphere a lot is just because my song falls flat just on the recording process. It's very hard for me to mix. It doesn't sound very good to me. When I try to EQ or compress, it just sounds even worse. And most of the demos or recordings that I try to show people come out raw. And then the problem is, and the problem that has always been for me in music, is the comparison. I know I'm not supposed to compare my work to others. I'm supposed to be better than my previous self and not better than any other person. But it's very hard for me to get motivated when I have, for example, a colleague of my old gent band that does like 4 or 5 songs a day and they have incredible production, and I'm struggling to do like just making this sound decent enough. Of course the Axifet already does a lot of the work, but even so I have many troubles regarding that. Regarding your third aspect, which bands do I like? I'm actually very eclectic, so I listen to Gent, Periphery, my previous band Clutter, Tesseract, but the bands that I like the most are symphonic metal bands, actually, power metal bands. That's my best background. Sanatarctica, Nightwish, Epica, but I also like As I Lay Dying, Children of Bottom, Arch Enemy, very melodic symphonic stuff that has orchestration, that has keyboards. There are lots of styles that I like. I like to listen to jazz. I like to know all about the chord voicings, etc. I also play a bit of acoustic stuff as well. And the thing is that I learned a bit of everything to make my own style. And if I wanted to learn something now, is to correct my technique, because there are some songs which I can't record, even if I try really hard. I just don't think I have the correct practice routine. My practice routine usually consists of me doing a couple of exercises or just doing a GMC lesson. And the only thing I demand from myself is that I learn everything by ear. So I refuse to use tabs. So if you probably will give me a GMC lesson, I might take a bit more because I'm gonna learn it by ear. So yeah, I hope that answers everything you asked, and if there's any doubt, just let me know, and I'll be looking forward to hearing from you. Cheers, mate.